Have you ever felt a connection to nature so deep, it felt like magic? Well, for 12-year-old Shams, that magic was about to become very, very real. Our story begins in a quiet orchard at sunset. Shams is just a regular girl who loves to draw, capturing the beauty of the world in her sketchbook. But one evening, something extraordinary happens. A tiny bee, glowing with an unusual golden light, begins to follow her. It buzzes around her head, almost like it's trying to tell her something. "Strange, why are you following me?" she whispers, more curious than afraid. As she reaches out her hand, the bee lands gently on her palm. In a flash of brilliant light, the ordinary world disappears, and Shams is pulled into an adventure beyond her wildest dreams. The world around her dissolves into a shimmering portal of swirling light and floating honey. She tumbles through a glowing tunnel made of living wax, a kaleidoscope of gold and amber flashing before her eyes. When she finally lands, she's breathless. Before her stands the kingdom of bees, a magnificent city of floating wax towers, bridges spun from pure honey, and thousands of glimmering wings filling the air with a soft, humming music. "Is this real?" she murmurs, completely amazed. Her wonder is cut short when 4 large armored bees descend from the sky, their spears pointed directly at her. "Identify yourself," a deep voice commands. Humans cannot enter the hive realm. Just as fear begins to set in, the small glowing bee from the orchard zips forward. "She is the light bearer," it buzzes, its voice surprisingly clear. "A human who can see the light of nectar." The guards exchange shocked looks. A human light bearer? It was a legend, a myth. Without another word, they lower their weapons and escort her into the heart of the great hive. They lead her to a majestic chamber, illuminated by giant, glowing honey crystals. On a throne of golden wax floats the bee queen, an elegant and enormous figure whose presence fills the entire hall. "Welcome, Shams," the queen says, her voice like warm honey. "The nectar chose you for a reason. Our kingdom is dying." She explains that a dark sickness called shadow rot is spreading through the hives, corrupting their life source. "Only a light bearer," the queen continues, "can reach the source of nectar and purify it." Shams is terrified. She's just a girl who likes to draw trees. How could she possibly save an entire kingdom? But a spark of curiosity and courage ignites within her. Seeing her resolve, the queen signals to a small lively bee buzzing nearby. "This is Ruhaik. She will guide you." Ruhaik zips over, full of cheerful energy. "Come on, Shams, our adventure begins now." And just like that, an ordinary girl becomes a hero on a quest. At the edge of the kingdom, Shams is given a shimmering cloak that ripples like liquid light and a tiny nectar-like crystal. The crystal hums with a gentle warmth, promising to glow brighter whenever danger is near. With Ruhaik by her side, Shams steps through the golden gates, ready for whatever lies ahead. Their first challenge is the living wax tunnels, a disorienting maze where the walls shift and move, opening and closing paths at random. It feels impossible to navigate, but Shams holds up her crystal. Its light projects a faint glowing trail on the floor, a path only she can see. "You're doing it." Ruhaik cheers. Only light bearers can read the tunnel's rhythm. But just as they gain confidence, the tunnel ahead begins to collapse, the wax turning black and crumbling. "Run!" Shams yells, and they leap through a closing gap just as the path seals behind them forever. Escaping the tunnels, they enter the dark honey forest. The air here is cold and heavy. The trees are twisted and gray, and the sweet smell of honey is replaced by the scent of decay. This is the heart of the shadow rot's corruption. Suddenly, from the deepest shadows, giant monstrous wasps emerge. Their eyes glow with a menacing red light. Humans do not belong in the dark forest, their leader hisses. The shadow wasps attack, swarming them in a terrifying high-speed chase. They dart through the dying trees, the buzzing of the wasps growing louder and closer. Just when it seems there's no escape, Shams remembers her crystal. Thinking fast, she holds it up and pours all her courage into it. The crystal erupts in a blinding burst of pure light, stunning the wasps just long enough for her and Rohake to get away. "You saved us," Rohake pants, her little wings trembling. Shams looks at the crystal in her hand, realizing it's more than just a light. It's a weapon. Their journey leads them deeper into the corrupted lands, to a hidden ancient cave. Inside, a breathtaking sight awaits them. An enormous, glowing blue crystal pulsing with a soft, ancient light. This is the eternal nectar stone, a relic as old as the kingdom itself. As Shams hesitantly reaches out and touches its smooth surface, powerful visions flood her mind. She sees the kingdom's nectar source, once a vibrant spring, now choked and infected by the shadow rot. She sees that only pure light, born from a compassionate and loving heart, can heal it. And finally she sees herself, standing at the center of it all. The vision is clear. She is the key. She isn't just a guide or a helper. The fate of the bee kingdom rests entirely on her shoulders. The realization is heavy, but it fills her not with fear, but with purpose. She knows what she has to do. Shams and Rohake finally reach the heart of the kingdom, the nectar spring. But it's a heartbreaking sight. The once beautiful pool, the source of all life for the bees, has turned into a dark, bubbling sludge. The shadow rot has almost completely consumed it. Taking a deep breath, Shams wades into the corrupted water. It's cold and clings to her like oil. She closes her eyes, shutting out the darkness around her. Instead, she focuses inward. She thinks of her love for nature, for the warmth of the sun on her face, for the joy she feels when she draws. She remembers the kindness of the queen, the bravery of Rohake, and the beauty of the hive she is fighting to save. A warm golden glow begins to emanate from her chest, growing brighter and brighter. She places both her hands on the surface of the murky water. A massive wave of pure golden light radiates outward, a silent explosion of energy that vaporizes the darkness. The shadow rot evaporates, and the nectar spring begins to glow with a pure, brilliant light once more. Shams and Rohake return to the great hive not as visitors, but as heroes. The kingdom is transformed. The golden city shines brighter than ever. Flowers bloom on every waxen structure, and the air is filled with the joyful dance and song of thousands of bees. The queen herself descends to greet Shams. "You saved us, light-bearer," she says, her voice filled with gratitude. "You will forever be our Shams, our sun that never sets." As a gift, the queen gives her a tiny, intricately crafted golden wing. Nestled within it is a single shimmering drop of the newly purified eternal nectar. It's a promise, a symbol of the unbreakable bond between a human girl and the kingdom of bees. With a final, heartfelt goodbye, Shams steps back through the shimmering portal. She awakens with a soft jolt, sitting under the familiar almond tree in her orchard. Her sketchbook lies open beside her. Was it all just a dream? A beautiful, incredible dream? But then, she feels something cool and solid in her hand. She opens her palm, and there it is. The tiny golden wing, glowing with a soft magical light. A small bee buzzes past her ear, seems to give her a little glimmering wink, and then disappears into the sunset. Shams smiles, a tear of joy rolling down her cheek. So, it was real,